Welcome back to Not Just Art. Just wanted to show from the point I did on the last video I did an actual working on decorative papers with stitch and did a bit of a more floral or leaf design on top, so it's a lot of stitching. Anyway, so next one we're going to do is actually patchwork. So it's a bit more of a patchwork, more a abstract piece. So that's, and then we're going to start. So we start by stitching using the machine embroidery foot, and it's open free machine embroidery, and we're just going to start. So this time I'm not going to do the straight stitch by holding everything in. I'm just going to go around the outside of the actual images, and I've still got pins in, believe it or not. So what's it like doing? So we'll start. Oops. Do we need that light on or not? So I've got a light that's not playing ball. Anyway, we'll just put that there. And we're going to just... So this is where machine, where you're just literally got to keep moving it. I'm not too worried about what stitch. I'm in a straight stitch, but I am just constantly moving the actual thread. So as long as I keep moving, I'm okay. Because once you stop, it begins to get all bunged up. And it sort of kind of takes over and suddenly stops. So I'm going slightly over there. Just going to stop because I've gone under, and it's then not allowing me to move the extra thing. So that was clever, wasn't it? That was clever. So, okay, by that point I can take that one out, and I'm ready to go again. So I've got brown thread underneath, and I've got blue on top. I've got a mount of different colours. Actually, in fact, I'll just take that out and we'll start again. So it's not pulling. Oh, okay, right. I may have run out of thread on the bottom. So just going to check, or it may be just a case that I am... Oh, okay. So just going to rethread a bobbin. So for all those great people out there that love to machine, this is another way of creating designs on paper and just getting an idea, then taking it into repeat. So again, I'm just working with what I've got, and I'm very naughty, I've kept the pins in, but never mind. Okay, so here we go again. Got a bit of a pin. That's too close to where I'm doing it. So I'm just doing really some crazy stitching here. I'm not doing anything specific because I probably should have done it straight stitch first of all, but never mind. Just to hold everything in place. But I'm not too worried because being abstract, it then can have just different stitches going over the top. So it has got fabric underneath the paper, so it doesn't tear it completely. And we'll stop there. So you know how I actually like to kind of just do continuous, but sometimes I just want to stop and breathe a little bit. So I do tend to keep my threads because I can use them for something else. So let's go in, doing that one there. So again, going for stitching. So by doing a little bit abstract, because I could have quite easily have gone on to using take it off of the machine embroidery foot and gone straight on to doing, so as you see, just a zigzag stitch, which would have been fine. But I just like the fact of something being a little bit more haphazardous and the fact that you can play with the stitching, and because this is based on movement, the whole idea of stitching, then it just gives that different feel of, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to stop there. So I always try and stop with the needle in. I'm not sure if you really need to do that, especially when you're doing machine embroidery, but just remember. Okay. So I'm doing a lot of stopping and starting. I'm just stitching, then I will decide what I'm doing. I can take that one out. Okay, so let's go with that one. So machine embroidery is great if you want to do things like quilting, freehand quilting. So once you've made a patchwork quilt, you can then do freehand machine embroidery if you're really good at it, getting the same shape over and over again. So I'm always go between the lines. That's not something, or I do like a straight stitch or something like that that holds in. So now I'm just taking away some of the actual shape. So I'm just going to go around this. So I'm just going to go on here. Needle. So I use quite long needles that are, I don't know if you can see that, quite long needles. They're quite long because they're easy to attach. And I'm just going to stop there. I've got another pin. Well, rather long pins actually. And try not to keep coming off. So I would say that you could probably you can work larger, but because of the arm space between the actual needle and the actual base, you can get some much longer extended arms, usually when you're doing quilting, but those machines cost quite a lot of money. So unless you know you're going to